This happened about a year ago when I was still in college, living in a quiet little town just outside of Springfield. It's not one of those horror stories with ghosts or monsters. This was much worse. Because it was real. And I honestly don't know what would have happened if I hadn't trusted my gut that night. I had just finished a late-night study session with a friend. It was already past 1 a.m. The roads were nearly empty, and my gas tank was almost empty. There was only one station open that late, some old rundown shell on the edge of town. You know the kind. Flickering lights, broken gas pumps, that thick smell of oil that just clings to everything. I pulled in, and the place was eerily quiet. One dusty car was parked by the side, but I didn't see anyone inside. As I got out to pump gas, I noticed a guy watching me through the glass of the store window. He didn't move, just stood there. Staring, like he'd been waiting. He was tall, late 40s maybe, with greasy hair and a name tag that said Kyle. His eyes were the kind that just drilled into you. I gave a quick wave and tried to smile, but he remained expressionless. He just stood there, his face pressed against the glass, eyes following every move I made. Wow, what a creep. I tried to brush it off, thinking he just a creep, but his gaze felt unsettling. I figured I'd grab a drink before heading out. The second I walked in, the air changed. I know how that sounds, but I swear everything just felt heavy. Kyle was suddenly behind the counter, like he had just teleported there. No footsteps, no sound. "Where you headed?" he asked, voice flat, almost robotic. I told him I was just passing through, trying to be polite. He leaned in and said, "You shouldn't be out this late. It's not safe." I laughed it off, but he didn't. He kept staring, wide-eyed, like he was trying to memorize my face. That's when I noticed the wall behind him. The security camera screens were all black. Not offline, just blank. I asked if they were down, and he smiled finally and said, "They only record what matters." I said goodnight and turned to leave. But when I pulled the door, it didn't budge. It was locked. Kyle, still smiling, said, "Oh, right. Autolock. Let me get that." He walked slower than anyone I've ever seen. Like he was stalling. Like he was waiting for something. Then I heard it. A soft whisper, "Don't trust him." I spun around, but no one was there. Just the rows of dusty snack shelves and flickering lights. Kyle finally unlocked the door. As I walked out, I could feel him watching me. Burning holes in the back of my head. I drove off as fast as I could. My hands were shaking, but when I looked in the rearview mirror, I saw headlights behind me. Tailgating. No turn signals. Just following. At 1:20 a.m., on an empty road, the only other car was behind me. I took a sharp turn off the main road, toward a well-lit grocery store parking lot. The car didn't follow. I waited. Nothing. When I got home, I called the station. A woman answered. I asked if Kyle was working tonight. She paused, then said, "Kyle hasn't worked here in 2 years. He died. In the store. Late shift. Back in 2021. I don't know who or what I spoke to that night. But one thing I know for sure. If I hadn't left when I did, I don't think I'd be here to tell you this. And every time I pass that gas station now, I swear, I still see someone watching through the window. Like and subscribe for more real horror stories.